A man who shouldn't have even been behind the wheel in the first place winds up taking a wild, dangerous ride overnight that ended up with this. His car turned into a pile of scrap metal after he lost control and hit a house. Now, as you can imagine, this crazy crash startled those who live in this Akron neighborhood. News 5's Bob Jones tells us why that man should not have been driving and shows us how that car wound up airborne.
We are on Brown Street here on the south side of Akron, where you can see lawns are turfed from what was a wild and dangerous ride. You can see that car actually traveled through 6 different yards. By the time it was over, the car crashed and it was crunched into that home, startling the 65-year-old woman who lives there.
It sounded like a semi-truck was literally driving through people's yards. It was just a crazy noise.
A speeding and out-of-control driver left behind a path of damage along Brown Street. Lawns chewed up, car parts strewn all over the place, the back end of a parked pickup truck mangled. All of that moments before this Dodge Caliber went careening into the home of Patricia Davis, who was upstairs watching TV and doing a crossword puzzle.
It was so loud, like it was a big crash, It almost sounded, it kind of shook this house a little bit.
Police say the driver, identified as 42-year-old Jason Cooper, hit a driveway brick liner, sending the car airborne into Patricia's porch.
Well, they must have had to been speeding awfully fast to cause that much damage.
Amazingly, emergency crews pulled Cooper from the twisted wreckage with only minor injuries.
He could have killed himself. He is really blessed to still be here because there's so much going on. He could have been dead himself.
You could see the car. You couldn't tell what kind of car it was. It was so mangled. It was just basically inside that lady's front porch.
Akron police originally suspected Cooper was drunk, but now say they don't have evidence to prove that. Still, he shouldn't have been behind the wheel. His license was suspended. He's facing charges for reckless operation and driving under suspension.
It's scary, that's for sure.
Records show Cooper does have 5 drunk driving convictions dating back to 1996. Judges have given him fines, license suspensions, treatment programs, jail, even 18 months in prison after he hit a police cruiser in 2007. As for Patricia, she's waiting for a damage estimate to her porch and counting her blessings.
I see the damage of what's out there, but a house can be replaced and fixed. But when you take someone's life, that can't be fixed.
Police say Cooper remains at Summa Akron City Hospital. He'll be given a court date related to the charges for all of this mess he left behind. In Akron, Bob Jones, News 5.